for another edition of our Facebook Live Friday. Today we are showcasing one of my very favorite vegetables, Salad Savoy. It is a type of kale, but it's not your ordinary kale. Look at how gorgeous it is. So not only is it a beautiful vegetable, and we do all eat with our eyes first, but it's delicious. The Salad Savoy kale is it's a lot sweeter than other kales. And then when you get down to the stem, it doesn't, like, there's absolutely no bitter at all with the Salad Savoy. So it's a sweet kale. It's a curly leaf, but it's not overly curly. Makes delicious kale chips. Also, because it has that sweet, mild texture and flavor, it makes a delicious slaw. So what we are going to make today is actually a recipe from theproducemoms.com that we just published. Salad Savoy Southwestern Slaw. Right there on theproducemoms.com. We will get it into the comments for you. So here are the ingredients: 2 cups of white salad Savoy thinly sliced. You'll see I already did chop up some of that. Actually, I think I cut the green, but that's okay. This is the white. You can tell that the white actually is a little bit, that's the green, but we'll show you how to shred the slaw today. So we are going to use the white and the violet. This is this gorgeous right here. This is obviously the violet. Also has carrots, mango, sweet corn, avocado, and then we're going to do a yogurt-based dressing to toss the slaw in. So this does have that nice Southwest flavor, and as you can tell, I mean, mangoes, avocados, bell peppers, corn. Those are flavored. You know, those are iconic flavors of Southwestern foods and Tex-Mex style cuisine. What I'm doing right now is the hedgehog method for slicing the mango. I'll show you here. The hedgehog method I love. So I'm scoring the knife through the mango, being very careful not to go all the way through. You'll see there's no slices here on the other side. And then you pop it up like this, and you've got those perfect cubes. So you can just cut them off. A lot of times I just peel them with my hand also to do that. The other thing that you could do is slice the skin. I'll show you how to do it that way too. So if you want, these are called the mango cheeks. The mango has there's a long pit in your mango that goes down this way. Okay. So don't think it's gonna peel. That's okay. You gotta be real careful when you're cutting toward yourself. There we go. And then you can cut it also this way. I love the hedgehog method for getting mangoes into little cubes. You could also use frozen mango for this, that's already cut. Mangoes are always in season, and the varieties right now are really great. Did you know that with a mango, you just touch it gently, and if it yields to slight pressure, it is ripe. So let's go ahead. You know what? Let's go ahead. I will go ahead and show you how to cut this one here. So these are called the cheeks of the mango. This is not, in my opinion, this is not a perfectly ripe mango. It's still a little hard. Oops, I actually got some of the seed in there. Get that out. Okay. And then for the hedgehog, you just do the checkerboard, scoring the fruit. These are called the cheeks of the mango. Score it, but do not go all the way through. And then pop it up. And you can see how you can just pop it with your fingers when you use the hedgehog method. So really love this method. It's how I almost always serve mango, and honestly, if I'm eating it, like I'll sometimes just eat it right off the off the mango cheek. Mango is a great fruit. If thumbs up if you love mango, you guys. It's gonna add a nice sweetness to this slaw as well. Okay. Move on to let's show you guys how I cut a bell pepper. There's a lot of different ways you can do this, but we're gonna do the julienne cut. So if you have, I just sharpened my knife, so they're really sharp, which is great. And you can just go straight down like that. And then when you get into here, I know a lot of people cut through the top and pull the seeds out. I don't do that. I just cut around it. And then you also don't get that white in the slabs of the bell pepper. And then I definitely don't waste your food. I use that too. And then this, you know, I mean, we could get particular and cut all that too. It's all edible, but. And then for the julienne slices, these are really thin. They're perfect addition to the slaw. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section. Alex is here. She will answer any questions or ask me any questions that you might have during the broadcast.
Pamela says that mangoes are quickly becoming her favorite fruit.
Pamela, you know what? I must agree. They are, and they're so good. They're so affordable. And you guys might not realize this, but mangoes are the world's most popular fruit, actually. So it's a global favorite. It might not be the number one fruit here in the U.S., but before too long, that could happen. I agree with you, Pamela. I think that the big barrier for mango consumption in the U.S. is, in my opinion, just an awareness and an understanding of how to prep it. Like, a lot of people just don't know what to do with it. So we have a couple great videos. There is also a great method that you can use if you have it has to be very ripe, but if you can take that cheek and you can kind of slide it down a cup and the whole cheek comes out, that's really good. I would have shown that, but these mangoes are not ripe enough, so it wouldn't have not really been safe. So, all right, I think we've got everything we need. The next thing we need to do is I'll show you how to do the avocado too. So the recipe calls for 1 avocado, which I've already cubed, but I love this tool. This is one of those kitchen prep tools that I actually use all the time. It's the avocado 3-in-1 prep tool. All right, gorgeous. I love this because your hand is never exposed to the blade. Oops. Okay, just kidding. All right, but this is how peel it off. Flying avocados on the Facebook Live Friday. You know, that's the good thing about Facebook Live, like the B-roll, there's no, the outtakes are part of it, right? You know, I will be picking that avocado up off the floor, washing it and eating it, because no one can waste avocado. All right. So this is how I do a sliced avocado. I prefer to get the peel, slice them, and then peel off the peel, and then do these cubes. Okay. Looks good. Don't these flavors just look amazing? Can't wait to put this all together. Okay, the next thing we need to do is slice the, I'm gonna show you guys how to shred up the Salad Savoy. So all of these produce items were washed in advance. I think it's really important to reiterate that always. All right, so we have, let's go ahead and I'm gonna clean off my cutting board here. So this has already been washed and dried. And the way that you can make a homemade slaw, I don't know if you're like me, most of the slaws that I've ever made are a result of buying the pre-shredded stuff in the produce department. I'm gonna cough, so now you know. Again, this is live, right? Okay. Just thin slices all the way down. Look how pretty. Love, love, love the Salad Savoy. Look at my mug. I love this mug. So true, right? So far today on Facebook Live, I've dropped an avocado. I can't stop coughing. But if Brittany can survive 2007, I can survive today, right? All right, so Salad Savoy is the home of color, taste, and nutrition, and that really comes through with their signature flagship item, Salad Savoy. I mean, it is so delicious, you guys. If you have not had an opportunity to try the Salad Savoy, you really need to. You can take this all the way down as well. The stems on the Salad Savoy are completely edible. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate that. We're all about using the whole vegetable here at the Produce Moms. There's no reason to throw this away. These stems are completely edible and they add a nice crunch. I will cut up the core a little bit. They add a really nice crunch to the slaw, similar to how almost like a celery texture. Okay. Okay, so that looks amazing. Let's get this added in there. Got the vibrant colors of the Salad Savoy. It's time to start assembling, and then we will move on to making the dressing.
So Christy says, and I agree, isn't this gorgeous? This is the prettiest thing I've seen on a kitchen table in just forever.
Isn't it really pretty? I know.
Ugh.
The ribbons on the Salad Savoy, I mean, it really is. And I also love the little bit of ruffles you get from the ends of the Salad Savoy. You probably noticed, you guys, I did not peel, and I did say I already pre-washed, but I did not peel any of the outer leaves off. That's another reason I love Salad Savoy. It is a very delicate kale. But it has the shelf life like any other kale. It's just kind of like its own little superstar. It's great. Okay, so our ingredients for this, got most of them laid out right here. We did the julienne bell peppers. I've got orange and red in there. You guys, you can cut this however you want. You do not have to, and I cut up more than what the recipe actually calls for. I'm really bad about following recipes, even my own recipes, so don't overthink it. All right, the recipe I think calls for 3/4 of a cup of corn. I can tell by looking this is a lot more than that. That's okay. This is frozen corn. You could absolutely use some fresh corn, but I do like using the frozen corn in slaws because it just, it's easy. Shredded carrots. And the infamous avocado, 1.5, since I dropped half of the avocado earlier in the broadcast. And let's not forget the mango. I didn't get the whole mango cut up. I should have cut some before the broadcast. So this is a little light. This is only 1/2 of a mango. But you better believe that I'm gonna be cutting up the rest of it here soon. Okay, now let's get the dressing, shall we? I've got all the dressing ingredients right here. It's a yogurt base. All right. I'm probably gonna do a little bit more since we did go heavy on the ingredients here. Not quite double it, but just make sure we get enough. All right, again, you guys, the recipe is available on theproducemoms.com. We made this in partnership with Salad Savoy as part of our summer recipe series. So please check it out. Oh, and it's got 5-star rating. Yay! Thank you to everyone who rates our recipes. I agree, this one is really good. So, okay, the recipe calls for a 1/2 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt. Obviously, you guys, plain. Don't make the mistake of buying the vanilla yogurt, okay? It won't taste right. And like I said, I'm gonna add a little bit more than a 1/2 cup because we did go so heavy on some of the ingredients. All right. And then it calls for a tablespoon of honey. Mr. Honey Bear. That's about 1 tablespoon. We'll add just a little bit more. There we go. That helps with the bite of the yogurt. And then this, I think this is always, I always think that a really good stone ground mustard is such a great addition to a homemade recipe, or homemade dressing. And the recipe calls for 3 tablespoons. Looks kind of gross coming out, doesn't it, you guys? All right. That's about 3 tablespoons. And lime juice. So I always, with my citrus, I always roll it first before I cut it. That just helps with getting the juices going. Another kitchen tool that is a must, in my opinion, are these citrus squeezers. Just really helps you get all the juice out. So just like the recipe title, Southwest Slaw, we're starting to see the flavors of the Southwest come into the dressing. So it calls for 2 teaspoons lime juice. That will be good. That was a pretty juicy lime. So save this for the Friday Corona, right? All right. Or maybe another recipe that we did for our summer series were those delicious margaritas. If you guys haven't made those yet, oh my, you need to. All right, so chipotle chili powder. 2 taste. I like it spicy. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of sweet paprika. Maybe. There we go. Awesome. And then salt and pepper. Let's get this stirred together and incorporated.
That squeezer, that juice squeezer works so well. It reminds me, and I think it reminded Pamela too, of like the old like vintage ones.
Oh yeah.
But like everything old, like
old school.
did its job.
I know,
did
right?
Its job, right?
Yes.
Oh, that looks good.
Doesn't that look great? So reminder, the homemade dressing, and how easy is that to make, you guys? Dressings can really elevate your salads and your slaws. This is a non-fat Greek yogurt base, and then we added lime juice. We added stone ground mustard, or whatever mustard you like, but the stone ground mustard really brings it all together. And we had chipotle powder, chili powder, salt and pepper. That's it. Oh, honey, a little bit of honey. Okay, so if you have a big mixing bowl, one way that you can really, you can start with your dressing and then toss the slaw into the bowl with the big dressing. Now we obviously kind of did it backwards, but okay, so about half the dressing, and then I'll mix it here. Look at the tongs. They were a gift from Salad Savoy, actually. See? So Salad Savoy has been, you know, you guys, I've been to their fields. I've seen the Salad Savoy in the farm, and I actually wore this exact shirt when I was in Yuma with John Moore, who is the founder of Salad Savoy. You know, that man has had a huge impact on American agriculture, specifically fresh produce. He is really the person that brought colorful vegetables to the United States. And I don't know about you, But from my perspective, this is a great, like a colorful cauliflower or a colorful kale. It's a great method for getting children more excited about fresh produce. So serve this to your kids. See what they think. All right, we're gonna continue tossing this, add a little bit more dressing. I need a bigger bowl. I filled it too high, imagine that.
Oh my gosh, this just looks like summertime.
Doesn't it?
Look how pretty that is.
It's gorgeous. And it's easy. And you guys could make this your own too. Like, what else would you add? I definitely think, I love Vidalia onions. I think a sweet onion would be a great addition. What would you serve it on? I mean, obviously I'm gonna eat this by itself. It looks amazing. It doesn't need to be on top of anything to be good. But there are so many ways you could really turn this into a more of a complete meal by adding some proteins to it or using it on top of the main course. I wish I had some like spicy blackened shrimp to add to this. That'd be delicious.
That'd be good. Or have you ever tried like a sandwich that replaces like the coleslaw with this? That would be fabulous.
I agree. Yeah. And you guys, you can also make a big, you can change slaws just by simply doing different cuts, you know? So if you don't want to if you want stuff to be more bite-sized, you can chop as opposed to doing the juliennes and the shreds. Totally up to you. There's so much, the versatility of food is a lot of fun. And sometimes just by simply doing a different cut, you have like you've reinvented the whole dish. So, all right, this looks amazing. And it's pretty well incorporated now.
Lori, do you think you could put this through a food processor? Like on the shred, with the shred setting?
Yeah.
Like that would make it easy.
I think that you probably could. The kale is kind of delicate. I mean, but you could do, I don't know. I've not tried that. That's a good question. I don't know. I enjoy cutting vegetables. Surely I'm not the only person out there that says I enjoy cutting vegetables. So I really don't utilize a whole lot of those food processor settings and add-ons because, like, for me, it's therapeutic to sit there and slice vegetables. Is that nerdy or is that normal or I don't know? But let's eat this. I'm gonna grab a bowl. Actually, let's see.
I don't even think you're gonna miss the mayo in here. I think I've never tried a coleslaw with Greek yogurt on it before.
Oh, it's so good. I actually replace mayo a lot with Greek yogurt. Okay.
That's so smart.
Yeah. And you can smell the spice. It smells so good. All those colors. Colorific. That is what I always say when I think of Salad Savoy. So much color, so much fun. It's such a good family farm. It's now actually an employee-owned farm. They just went through that. So they take care of the planet. They take care of their people. They've got some great sustainability stories on their website and also on the producemoms.com. We've been working with them for a while. So we really have a great awareness of how they do what they do. But it's an important company that really changed the landscape for vegetables, especially in the United States, bringing all the colored brassica veggies like the cauliflower and the kales. And like I said earlier, just something as simple as changing the vegetable to make it a little bit more like changing the normal green kale to something really vibrant like a purple kale. Just that simple change in my home menus helps really makes my kids more interested, which is good because I don't know about you, but the struggle's always real in my home with getting my kids to eat veggies. All right, let's try it. It is so good. Salad Savoy is such a great vegetable to use for your salads because it has that hardiness of the kale, but it's such a mild, sweet, delicate flavor. I love it. All right. We did good. Despite all the production hiccups. And I can't stop eating it, so I can't even tell you guys goodbye. But I am gonna I'm gonna hold off on this next bite because I want to thank you so much for being here today. I want to thank my whole team who makes this possible. Alex, who's behind the camera. It's a real pleasure to do this and help tell the stories and showcase the vegetables that mean the most to us at the Produce Moms. The vegetables that are part of the work that we do, and the vegetables that I personally have either sold to grocery stores during my 10 years at the sales desk, or now today we're really focused on educating you all. So please seek out Salad Savoy. You will not be disappointed. It's delicious. So thank you to our brand partners at Salad Savoy for making this broadcast possible, as well as working with us for this amazing recipe. It was a lot of fun to put together that summer recipe series with them. So thank you all for tuning in. We're live every Friday. And, also I got to say it now, tune into the podcast too. We're live on the podcast, new episodes every Wednesday. We're actually going to be interviewing Seth from Salad Savoy. He's John Moore, the gentleman I was talking about earlier. It's John Moore's son-in-law, and he's now the CEO of Salad Savoy. So tune in to the podcast. Thank you for subscribing to the blog. This recipe here is available on theproducemoms.com. And thank you for being here every Friday. So have a great day, and we'll see you next time.